Boom! Yo, what's up, team? Real quick, tactical protection review, learn protection strategies from a protection professional, right? We've got a female in her early 20s trying to work out late night at her 24-hour local gym. Dude comes up to the window trying to get in the gym. She obliges, she lets him in. He comes in, they begin to struggle. This is like the least advantageous situation for a female to be in, but thank God this young woman who deserves our respect and adoration for being a fighter, for being a warrior, for not giving up, all those really valuable things, for speaking up. That's another one. I can't speak to the situation that ladies are in after these types of situations take place. I can speak to the reality of I've heard 1 in 4 at least have been sexually assaulted, but I mean, almost every female I've known or know has been sexually assaulted, and those numbers are only getting worse. So I believe it's really important for women to really prioritize personal protection. This situation fortunately had a positive ending, but I still want to see what we can learn from it, and see what discussion we can have that's going to help other women and help us all extract value from this situation, right? So as we look at what took place on this day, and like I was saying, I also want to commend this female for coming forward and talking about what happened, because too often these things don't get reported, and because of shame and a number of different feelings about what coming forward may do or not do, these types of attackers get a chance to get away with the unspeakable, the unthinkable, and things that they should definitely be experiencing high levels of accountability for, right? If the government's not going to do it, you might have another man in your life that'll get it done. But that's not what I'm here to talk about, right? Consult with your lawyer before doing anything. Anyway, so check it out. A homegirl is working out. She's by herself. She is an ideal target for a predator, right? You can guarantee that he's already cased this place. He already kind of understands she's by herself. He's probably watched her on numerous occasions go in and out of this facility at this time. He probably planned this, thought this through. She's just now recognizing and realizing that he's there. All right, so in executive protection, something that we have to do is surveillance detection. Okay, so how do you stop a lot of these attacks from happening at a large scale when you're fighting competent enemies? You've got to understand how to interrupt your enemy in his hostile planning cycle. So you've got to understand, in order for an enemy generally to mount an attack, that's not just simply an opportunity-driven attack, that's not just opportunistic, is he's got to survey you, he's got to watch you, he's got to understand you, he's got to put steps in place that would help him have tactical advantages over you. And there's a whole cycle associated with that, and that's a whole nother podcast. But essentially, you've got to understand that the people in your environment, just to make it just quick and understandable in a 5-minute video, the people in your environment are learning things about you. What do you want them to learn about you? And are you making a mental note of who's who in the zoo around you, right? People just sit there when they do these videos or when they try to instruct civilians, and they're like, situational awareness, you need more situational awareness. But like, what does that mean, okay? One component, and I talk about my tenets of situational awareness, right? Context, tactical positioning, rolling risk assessment. These are ways to work your situational awareness so that you can relax and take shortcuts, right? So where are you going? I'm going to a gym late at night. So I already need to be in like a code yellowy orange kind of space, except especially moving through these transitional spaces from the door to the door of the gym, right? Door of the car, door of the gym, right? So context, gym, late at night, I'm already a little dialed up. Tactical positioning. Where am I in this environment? If I'm moving from my car door to the gym door and it's nighttime and the context is not right, I'm paying attention and I'm looking, because I'm in a transitional space where 80% of attacks happen, right? I get inside the gym, I'm not in a transitional space. I'm in a more secure, safer environment. I can relax a little bit. Let me position myself where I'm looking at the door, where I can see who's getting ready to approach. And then let me act as if, right? Context, we're back to context now, right? Someone comes to the door late at night, and this is why I hammer on soft skills. This is why we've developed a whole entire library, an online library, where you can train with some of the best in the world on a number of different protection tactics at protectornation.com. our free social media for protectors, you can start understanding the soft skills behind living a safer pattern of life. Okay, if the soft skills are the things that help you 100% avoid a situation like this and or thwart a situation like this and or detour a situation like this and put yourself in a position where you don't even know this almost happened to you because you did so many of the right things, right? Guy came to the door, you didn't answer the door. You knew you were going into a dangerous environment. You maybe got a force multiplier with you. You maybe did some things to prepare yourself for that. You had somebody on speed dial. Hey, bro, I'm going to the gym. I'll let you know when I'm home safe. You're up the street. Okay, cool, thanks. I'll call you if something weird happens. You have things in place to live a safer pattern of life because you understand the soft skills of being a protector. Not taking anything away from a homegirl who went through this situation. She did so many things right and she was awesome and much love and respect. There are some things though also that we can take a look at that'll help other females avoid situations like this. And the first one starts with paying attention to who's in your environment and who's watching you. If you're a female, it might be difficult because if you're attractive, everyone's watching you. But understand, you have an instinct. Read the book, The Gift of Fear. It will change your life and it will elevate your understanding of what voices to listen to as you go through your life. Read the book, When Violence is the Answer. These books will change the way you think and look at the world, and you will navigate the world in a way that will help you live a safer pattern of life, right? So I'm big on the soft skills. You don't want to find yourself in a position where this young lady found herself. It's very difficult. This assailant was not really all that aggressive. Like, he tried and she did awesome, but like he didn't start pounding. He was like a gentleman a little bit about it. Like he was very like, whereas if you had one of the more aggressive types in there with the exact same strength, it could have been really, really bad. He wasn't really a violent human being. You could see he was in this weird, like, she's like struggling with him. You don't see him start slamming and hammering on her. That could have gone way different. So I want to show you how to live a life that will help you avoid situations like this altogether. And I also want to give you an opportunity to take on-ground training courses or find on-ground training courses in your environment that teach you how to use force multipliers that can help you stay safe, that can help you defend yourself, right? In close quarters and in life-threatening situations. Protection is an organic piece of the female experience because you have one of the most important and most sought after natural resources known to mankind with you at any point in time. You just are. So not that you're a resource, but you do have the ability to do something that's really, really important, right? So living from that space and understanding your actual value and that you need to protect that value is extremely important. I got 5 sisters, they get this talk all the time. So as I wrap this up, final thoughts. Remember, context, right? Where are you in the environment? Where are you going in that environment? Tactical positioning. Where am I in that environment? Do I have visual mastery over my environment? Rolling risk assessment. What's my risk, right? Someone rolls up to the door. Context. It's late at night. Tactical positioning. Was I in a place where I could see people walk in and out, especially if I'm going to be underneath weights and things like that? Rolling risk assessment. What's my risk factors right now? The last thing I want to make sure and mention in this video, because, for the ladies, is I hear women kind of give people alibis, like, hey, there's some creepy dudes over there. Oh no, they're just probably, and you give them a reason, you give them an alibi, you act like you know someone's intention. You should never act like you know someone's intentions. It's not that everyone's guilty until proven innocent, it's just everyone's human and you don't know what they're capable of and you don't know their intentions. So there would have been nothing wrong if this girl would have just said, you know what? I don't know you, the gym is locked, if you don't have a key or whatever you need to get in here. Because even if you had a key, the risk in that environment still goes up the second that male, who is stronger than you, walks in that room. Even if he's a good dude, the risk still goes up because he's a human, right? So understanding how to protect yourself has so much to do with understanding how to read your environment effectively. And those people who can read their environment effectively will navigate life more safely because they'll have principles in place that will help them tease out the dangers of other human beings in their environments, naturally and organically. And those who are oblivious to these things can find themselves in tough situations that are hard to survive and get out of unscathed. And The reality of personal protection isn't necessarily your hard skills, your Judy chop, your karate chop. The reality of personal protection has so much more to do with your ability to think and perceive the moment and understand the tactics that'll keep you ahead of the game, aka how to live a safer pattern of life, aka the soft skills. So I make this video with much love and respect to the girl who went through this thing. I'd love to have her on the podcast to talk about it sometime. But here are some considerations for others doing life today, tonight, tomorrow, that hopefully will make you guys all much harder targets. ByronRodgers, protector by nature and by trade. I'll see you guys on the next tactical protection review. Out. Boom! It's finally here. Go to protectornation.com to join the Protector Nation community. Learn online and become part of our Protector Nation family. I look forward to seeing you guys there and for us all to join forces to make the world a safer place by helping good people to become more dangerous. I'll see you there, and until then, be peaceful but not harmless.